Welcome back to the channel, everyone. It's your boy Dungeon coming back with another easy mode walkthrough. In the last episode, we had just entered into the Grave of Saints. I showed you guys how to get the warmth spell. Not exactly sure if I explained what the warmth spell does, so I'm going to show you guys real quick. I can't actually cast a spell yet, but I can give you the spell description. It only took me a few minutes. It seemed like it was taking a little while, but honestly I looked at the clock and it really wasn't that long. It was probably about 4 or 5 runs through killing those rats. And what this one does, you wouldn't normally get this until like nearly the end of the game, but getting this early on can be very, very good because it is a healing spell. And if you take a look at what it requires, it doesn't require anything. So you can have a 1 in your intelligence and faith and still be able to cast a spell. The only thing you really need is a attunement of 10, so you can have 1 slot. So I don't have a pyromancy flame for this guy yet, but as soon as I do, then I can have it. And what it basically does is you cast a spell, and then in one spot, like in front of you, it will emanate a light that will heal you. It'll pulse and it'll heal you every time it pulses. It'll heal pretty much everything. So your NPCs, it'll actually heal enemies, so it's not something you really want to have in the middle of combat. But out of combat, you use it, and I think you can cast it. Let's see, I think it says on here how many times you can cast it. I want to say it's like 4 or 5. Yeah, 4 times. The higher attunement you have, the more you can cast it. But I mean, that's like guaranteed full health for you and the rest of your party. So I like it. I think it's a really good spell. You may not, decide that it's worth it. I think it is, especially for builds that aren't can't cast miracles. That is, in my opinion, a really good spell. Especially because, I mean, look, it's one thing to be able to heal yourself, but then to be able to heal those NPCs, like before you get into the boss battles and stuff like that, that can be pretty cool. I used it in the Belfry boss battle that I did for item discovery in order to get the gold serpent ring +2. So anyhow, we're headed back to the gutter where I picked up these awesome threads. One of the hollows were kind enough to leave me the prisoner's tatters, and I'm wearing it because it increases your item discovery by 15 points, and I was just farming, so I might change in the way, but I'll see you guys in the Grave of Saints. So here we are in the Grave of Saints, and we are going to continue. You might notice that this is my Hexer build. I did get Dark Orb, and I also, I'm going to show you guys, I also upgraded my longsword to +6. I had to go and kill one of those large basilisks. I upgraded the mace that I bought to +6, and I imbued it with infused it with dark energy, and I still have the Hide Knight sword +2. Okay, so I've got a multitude of weapons at my disposal. Oh, a simpleton spice, what a drop. That'll allow you to cast a spell without the appropriate spell attribute requirements. So that's kind of a nice move with this stabbing R2 two-handed. Kind of pretty nice. You can just poke these guys. If you have a spear, that'd be kind of cool too, actually. But they take extra damage from fire damage, so that's why I'm using it. And the other thing too is the mace doesn't really have a very good downward strike, so this one's pretty good. And I'm not gonna leave this guy sitting here. He might drop something cool. Another simpleton spike. I didn't even know they could drop those things, honestly. So that's kind of cool. Alright, so I told you guys we were gonna use this lockstone here. This one is the one you want to use. There's a bunch of spots for lockstones. This is the one that's good, okay? Alright, so we're gonna go across. and don't drop off. There's going to be some rats that are going to start coming at us, but you know, we don't have a problem with that. We can take them out real easy. They're going to try to ambush us, of course. And they're all dead. So yeah, a little bit of stabby, and there we go, Whisper of Despair. This is another Hexer spell. I think you need to use a chime to cast it. See what it does. I never really use this one. Use a staff, and it looks like, oh, this is one. Okay, this one affects your opponents. It's probably why I never really use it. Not to say it's a bad spell or anything like that. I'm sure it's fine. It's like a debuff, you know. As far as I can remember. All right, so you climb up here, and then you're gonna get evaded by Rahoy the Explorer, and just climb back down here, and we are going to mess him up. I'm gonna actually switch over to the mace. I can do it quick enough. Oh, all right, and he's, you know, I think he's using the Vanquisher seal or something. I don't know what he's using, but he's dead, so it doesn't matter. And he drops something. Armor of Aurous. Ooh, I don't think I've ever really seen him drop that. That's cool. If you're in the company of champions, this is where you would come to farm up all stones so that you can rank up. This guy right here, he will drop them. I don't know if it's like 100% chance. I can't remember. All I remember is that I killed him a bunch of times and I got a bunch of awe stones from him. So I better switch up my weapon because there's going to be a few of these dudes coming to chase me, I think. Alright, and I do have soul arrows still. Matter of fact, I'm going to use them. No sense having them if I'm not going to use them. Right? That's what I always say. So I'll use them on this next area because it's like a little trap or whatever. I mean, if you're not paying attention, you won't see that little nest of rats right there. So you just pick up this thing and just kind of mosey on away, doing your own business or whatever. Come over here, see there's nothing here, and then walk down here, and then there's like a rat. You'll be like, oh, I'm gonna go kill that rat, not knowing that there's actually already rats chasing you, and then you're gonna get cornered. Ooh, let's see what he dropped. Maybe he dropped another warmth spell. Nah, poison moss. It's a kind of a low drop rate, but for the warmth, but you'll get it. I mean, I you know, don't really have too many problems. Don't do this one. This one's just going to open up the other side. We already opened up. And this is the boss fight in there, you can see. We're not going to do the boss fight just yet. It's actually kind of a tough boss fight because there's like 20 rats that come at you. Like, or maybe it's not exactly 20, but it's a lot, man. It feels like 20, you know? And, oh boy. Alright, so I want to be careful here. I want to pick up the item. Hey, I told you. So there I go. I got 2 warmth spells, and that's all attributed to the threads. You guys got to get those prisoners' tatters. That extra 15 bump to my item discovery makes all the difference. So we're not gonna fight the Royal Rat Authority. Instead, we are going to warp on back to Majula and level up, and then actually it's high time that we go back to the Forest of the Fallen Giants and make this exciting jump to get a fragrant branch. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and do this. Alright, I'll meet you guys back in Majula, or actually I'll just meet you in the Forest of the Fallen Giants. I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay, I am back at the Forest of the Fallen Giants, and I have pretty much stripped everything down. This is all I have equipped. I've got the Corinthy ring, the Silver Cat ring, And the life ring, quite honestly, I probably should put this thing on actually too, because that every little bit helps. So it's an extra 3% to my health. The life ring is extra 10%. The silver cat ring reduces fall damage in case I miss. And this guy right here is still coming at me. I haven't killed him quite enough times yet for him to stop coming at me. But yeah, all I have is the catalyst, the staff, and I'm hoping that because of it, oh boy, that was a very close call there. All right, so I'm hoping that even if I miss, I will not die. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna run, jump, and aim for basically right where my head is. All right, and if all goes well, we'll land safely in the right spot. If not, then hopefully we don't die. All right, so we'll see how it goes. Hey, all right, so with this little trick, you can basically continue to walk up this way, and this is like a super end game item. And look at that extra twinkling titanite too. I forgot about that. So the fragrant branch and some twinkling titanite, that is one of the last fallen giants that you will actually go into the dream of, and I believe that's the one that actually has a boss in it. So anyhow, from here we are going to get this item and a prism stone, and then we're gonna re-equip all of our equipment actually before we fall off and then potentially die because we don't have any items equipped, which would be very not good. Alright, let's see. So really cool actually. Put on my dark mace, and I want to have some robes. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at that. That looks so cool. I don't think I've ever had this one. I've had the regular armor of Aurous, but I've never had this. This is interesting. What a cool drop. I'm gonna wear this. Okay, well that's awesome. Alright, and I did get some hide knight chainmail, but that doesn't look as cool as this stuff does. It's like invisibility armor. Let's see what it says. It does raise equipment load, but this is a different version. I might have to look this up and give you guys some information. I'll probably put a link in the description as far as to like what this armor actually is. And yeah, that's cool. Okay. So from here we know where to go. So basically, I tell you what, I am going to meet you guys back in Majula to continue on. Okay, you guys? Okay, so I did go to Majula to rank up, but because we're going to go to the No Mans Wharf, I was just like, well, let's just go here. So we're going to continue on with the No Mans Wharf, and this area, it kind of is a bit of it's a bit extra, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a bunch of stuff here that just, I mean, it doesn't really need to be like this, but you know, it's Dark Souls, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna make this as easy as possible. First thing we gotta do is take out this archer right here, and so long as we have enough arrows. And it's kind of far. There's definitely some drop-off happening here, but at least, like, let's see if I can get a headshot, maybe. There we go. Well, he's dead. That's all that matters. So, I'm actually going to use the long sword against these guys, because it's a lot of them are hanging off the edge and just all kind of craziness, you know what I mean? So the other thing is we're gonna light all these. I think in NG Plus there's like a secret NPC that you can summon and fight if you light all these torches. So, and the other thing is that torches are going to be very handy in a little bit. Alright, I hear doggy. Alright, there we go. Oh, I thought he dropped something. But no, sadly. Okay. Oh, that guy's right over there. Oh, that's gonna be great. Okay. That's alright. I will kill you. Alright, so what's cool is that there's an NPC right here. And he'll only stay summoned for a short period of time. So we're going to summon him in just a minute. Alright, now as long as you have... cool drop. Now as long as you have the stone ring on... Oh, goodness. Then you can stagger these dudes. I don't think the longsword will normally stagger those like pirate guys, you know? So I'll take it off and then we'll take a look, because there's one of them up there. And then we'll see what happens if I don't have the stone ring on. Maybe I'll put the ring of blades on instead. Do a little bit more physical damage. I think it's like 20 or something like that, so it's not tons. Let me open this up real quick first. I don't want him to crush it. Oh. Titanite shard. Awesome. Alright, so let's see what happens. See if I stun him. Yeah, not really. He kind of was like walking through it. So I'm going to put that back on. It's nice to do extra damage, and maybe against a boss who's not going to get stunned by it. You know, you'd want to put that on, but as far as your regular mobs and stuff like that, sometimes having that stone ring is going to make quite a bit of difference. You know what I'm saying? So it's a very good thing to have. Alright, so I'll go ahead and put that away, and not going to drop off the other side. Let me take a look at something here. Alright, drop in here and grab this first. And now I'm wet, so as far as fire damage goes, I don't know if anyone's going to do any fire damage to me, but yeah. So this is kind of nice to have this guy at this next area, because it's going to be this massive, like, ambush, you know. So having him at your back is going to be pretty nice in this area coming up here. Oh boy. Where's this guy at? You know what I'm saying? It's invisible armor, yo. They didn't even know. They're like trying to attack me, and yeah, see, he gonna heal you up. You just gotta listen for that. You know? And some resins. See what they dropped. You know what I mean? Some gloves. Alright. And like I said before, I have to keep this thing, keep the torch going. Careful jump. Oh, hey. Not sure where that guy came from. Oh, he must have came from above or something. Maybe this guy. Oh, he's aggroing dudes. Goodness gracious. Let's have him jump down in case he... There we go. Sometimes, like, you know, if they drop something good, I want to be able to have it, you know what I'm saying? So you kind of got to move fast, because this guy's time is limited, and then he'll just go away when you come up these stairs and stuff like that. So it's kind of like whatever. And there's a dog and a monster right there. So this dude's trying to use force. Oh my goodness. What a noob. Everyone knows that's not a very good attack spell. This guy got no dodge skills whatsoever. Alright, so in anticipation of, let's see. I'm gonna put this thing away actually. This guy, what is he doing? Just want to be careful because people are gonna drop oil. Oh my goodness. Alright, so this is actually really interesting because when people put oil on you, if you take fire damage, you're gonna get real messed up. So I'm gonna show you what to do. Oh boy. Ooh, this guy's shooting fire arrows too. Alright, so this guy is done for. And he's gonna leave, but I have to continue doing this there. So here's the thing. I still have the oily status right now. So what you can do to get rid of it is just go into water. Alright, that'll actually clear. It'll clean you off, and you won't have that. Although I am wet again now. Alright, so you know, it kind of goes both ways, but at least I'm not going to take a bunch of fire damage, you know what I'm saying? So here's Lucatiel once again. I'm telling you, I think it's a girl. I mean, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's one of those, you know, things. Or maybe she's like what, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I mean, it's, you know, whatever. It's their own personal decision or whatever. Doesn't bother me. Alright, so here we go. I should have probably healed up, honestly. This is kind of dangerous here, what I'm up to. So, and I know I have the... You know what? I'm going to show you this. I'm going to show you the Ring of the Evil Eye. Show you what it can do. Because there's a lot of, like, you know, tiny mobs and stuff. So, I will naturally heal up from killing these mobs, actually. So instead of using a shard or a life gem, I can just kind of attack enemies and kill them to heal up, actually, as long as I'm not taking damage. So dodging is going to be beneficial. Matter of fact, this is a trick right here. To come over here and light this, by the time you're done lighting it, there's going to be dudes who are going to walk out over here somewhere. Yeah, there's a dog and it's all this stuff, man, trying to get you. You know what I mean? Alright, so see, my health is going up. And if I had the, I mean, I could do it. I could put this on too. And that'll heal me up even more, you know. Alright, so this guy now is angering me. He's shooting arrows, fire arrows at me. That's just so not cool. So, alright, first thing you gotta do is move over here, because there's a guy who's gonna walk around. And I'm gonna let him walk around. I'm not going out there because all these dudes are shooting stuff at me. You know, just forget all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might be able to get him with a soul arrow, actually. Yeah, I'm oily again. Great. Okay. Let me go ahead and hit him with the bow now. And you can go from up above, which, you know what, I'm actually going to do that, actually. I'm going to go from up above and mess him up, because I don't even need to. I can drop down on him and actually kill him in melee, actually. That would be probably a little bit more beneficial. Now, keep the torch on this part, because these dudes over here, they mess you up, man. And if you keep the flame out, they will recoil from the fire, and they won't attack you. Ooh, they have good drops. Tattered cloth robe, alright. Although some of them are not afraid of the fire. and they will just get mad at you and just charge you, you know, and that's very bad if that happens, because they do a ton of damage and they do bleed damage, so you really don't want to mess with them. If they're charging you, hit them up with some range. Emit Force, now that spell, that is a spell for miracles, okay? That one is actually pretty decent. Alright, so put that away for a second. Alright, so I kind of buttered them up a little bit with that arrow beforehand. Alright, so using the shield and the Evil Eye Ring, kind of doing a number on them. Some more shards, and I'm gonna switch up, put my Caranthe ring in so I can move around and attack quicker and stuff like that. Now these dudes, you should be able to just backstab basically. You can backstab one of these. Oh boy. Yeah, you'd be able to backstab one and not the other. It looks like it was better to not, so that you can attack them quicker. Now I will say that this is some of my favorite armors early on, because, and the Bandit Axe, you guys. Bandit Axe, oh boy. Probably my favorite weapon. Alright, and this armor is cool. Let me compare it to this though. Okay, we're gonna keep this super rare armor that I've never gotten before, this invisible armor. We're gonna keep this on actually for the time being, because yeah, that's pretty cool. Now you can, if you have an extra lockstone, and you might, I don't know, what do I have here? I've got one only. I wouldn't use it. We're going to need to use that in a little bit, but if you are really having trouble, you can use a lockstone here and it'll light up the entire area. Like all this is going to get lit up, and I mean, that's cool, but I don't know, man, it's not that cool. Not to me, because I'm lighting them up with these torches anyways, so like, it's, you know, it's all good. And by the way, that door over there is locked. There's a dwarf, I can't remember his name, it starts with a G, and he sells like poison stuff, but he also allows you to sell stuff to him. So you've probably seen my inventory is just like a mess, and that's because I'm saving up all this stuff so I can sell it to this guy. And there's a little torch here. Yeah. Alright. Most people don't know about that torch. But, alright, here's 2 or 3 traps up in here, and some monsters that really don't want to mess with. You get close enough. I don't know if you have to open it. Yeah, maybe you do. And then you're just going to run away, because this thing's going to attack. He's just getting mad at you have a flame, actually, and he's going to charge. I don't even want to stick around to see. Yeah, oh boy, yeah, he's going to start coming. If I can range this guy, I will. You know, this is why magic users have a bit of an advantage, you know. So, because that dude, he will straight up charge you. The rest of these guys, see how they're like, oh no, I don't want to attack you. So, that's fine. Oh, I thought there was another one. Holy smokes. There's 2 up here, I think. Yeah, see, there's 2. And let's see what they do. Let's see if I can get a plunge attack off on this guy. Nope. Alright. Yeah, most of the time they actually will drop down on you when you walk into the room, so I'm not entirely sure what's up with that. So those are like the 2 surprise kind of traps. And then the other one is over here. One of these chests, I can't remember which one, is like trapped. So it's not this one. This one's got a great sword. Which, by the way, strength builds out there, great sword. Probably as far as like non-strike weapons, that is probably the best strength weapon, honestly. Certainly for regular items, like, you know, maybe there's a, you know, rare boss item or something out there that I'm not thinking of, but man, oh man, great sword. So probably on my other playthrough I will take the great sword, and matter of fact, I already have a great sword. I found one earlier in this playthrough, actually, and so now I have two, see? And having one is cool, having two is like even cooler. You have to have a high vitality and a really high strength. I think you need like a 50 or 40 something strength in order to wield them both. But oh hey, but if you can do that, oh my goodness, man, it's crazy amount of damage that you can do. Crazy. Insane. I'm gonna make sure I didn't pass up any torches, because I want to light all these torches up, actually. For those of you who are doing this in NG+, I want to make sure you know where all the torches are at, because, like I said, there's that secret NPC that you can battle, and it's not like super awesome. It's just, you know, hey, it's in the game, you might as well do it, you know what I'm saying? So you got to hit this lever, otherwise you have to come all the way back up here again, because that's what brings the ship back into the harbor. Okay, so we're gonna come over here, grab this, and drop down here. Now there's a torch to light down there, but we're not gonna drop down there yet. We're gonna come through this way, and there's two of those creatures. Oh boy, I don't know how I didn't get hit, man. Holy smokes, that was weird. But that bleed meter, this thing's gonna try to come up here, but it's too big. Oh, it's not too big. Hey. Alright. Maybe it was too big, actually. Anyhow, so take care of that dude. Come out this door. This is a long area, actually. And don't fall off. Don't fall off. This dude fell off. And this dude... oh boy. One time I was doing a dex build, and I was using a falchion, I think it was. And I'm gonna light this real quick. I know this dude is right here, but ooh, I'll run away, because he'll take away like a third of my health with that bleed, man. That's like not even funny. Now, oh boy. Alright, so this is why it's a good idea to have multiple weapons, because if I continue to use it, it's got a durability of 5 right now. I can use a repair powder, but I mean, why? Right? I've got other attacks I can use, spells, I can use this, you know. But those things have some really good drops. If you can get them to drop some stuff, highly recommend farming those dudes, because some of their drops, man. I'll put a link in the description for I think they're called Stalkers or something like that. And yeah, they've got some cool drops, and I'll put a link in there, and I'll probably even put an annotation here on the screen as far as what the cool drop is, and I'll make a note here too, because I've tried to get some of their gear for certain builds, because some of the effects that the gear has is kind of cool, and honestly I don't know if I really need this anymore. I'll put this on the Ring of Blades, do a little extra damage. I don't know, we'll see. Alright, so Gavlan, yeah. He's alright. He's an alright NPC. I mean, he's a dwarf, right? I mean, that's gotta be cool. So then basically you got all these extra stuff that you're not gonna use, so you know, go through and sell this stuff. I'm not using that, you know, and if I need more, I can farm it or something like that. I'm not gonna need that. These are so rare. I'm not gonna sell those. I really ought to repair that one thing, honestly. I'm not gonna need an extra one of those. And same thing for the rest of your armor. So I'm never gonna wear these things. Actually, I could probably sell them all, honestly, but I don't know. For whatever reason, I never do. I always keep one of whatever. This, actually, I didn't know I even had this. This will actually boost up your item discovery by 10, I believe. So, alright. So, now look, I've got a bunch more souls here. And I'm going to open up a shortcut right here. And I really ought to put this flame away. Otherwise, it's going to burn out my torch here. But I'm going to need it in this next area. And I think there's a torch over here. Yep. Oh, this guy's coming up at me. Wow. I don't know how many times I've seen that. Oh, that's with the Ring of Blades. Ah, that's where that fire longsword come in handy, I guess, huh? That fire damage. It must be... Oh, look at that. The Malformed Claws. Hey, for those of you doing like a fist kind of build, that's kind of cool, you guys. That is, I'm pretty sure that's a bleed weapon. Let's take a look at it, actually, before we go in there. Let's see where they at. Effect shield piercing on strong attack, so that's cool. No, dude, I want to look at that. And oh, it does dark damage. Ooh, that is really cool. So I'll be looking at that, y'all. I am going to be looking at that. Alright, so I'll put this thing away and we destroy these guys. Careful for the poison vases. Alright, he got poisoned. Alright, and a couple things you can do. You can like use a range attack to clear it out, or this is what I like to do. I used to use range attacks to clear things out like that, but nowadays I just use the whip. I mean, you can stay at a distance, you can use the whip until it gets low durability, so you'll get a ton of uses out of it. And there you have it. Whip it good. Alright, grab that, and then, so most of you probably don't even know what's going on over here, because there's a fragrant branch. Now we've got 2 fragrant branches, which is so good. We got 2, and we are about to get something else. Alright, get your firebomb equip. If you should have firebomb, unless you're using them for some reason. I don't know why you'd use them. Blow that up, and now before you go in there, alright, there's gonna be one of those yeah, let me use this. Oh, I don't have enough something to use it. Strength. I need 18 strength. I'll use the hand axe. Don't hate on the hand axe, by the way. There's gonna be one of those. You know what? Forget that. I'm gonna use this. There's gonna be a crystal lizard, so I'm gonna attack it. And there you have it. Titanite shards, large shards, and all this other goodies. Probably if you played without watching this, you probably didn't even notice that this was here. All this good stuff is right here. And then, you know, some buried treasure, basically. And the Royal Soldier's Ring. This ring, what it does is it will raise up your equip load. So if you need to carry something that is a little bit heavier or whatever, then, you know, you go ahead and do that. That's kind of cool. Alright. Change out. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to imbue that axe with. Probably magic, I imagine. I don't know. I'll do something cool. Oh, and I better get a torch. Let me get that torch lit again, because there's another one of those creatures, and you can actually attack them with the torch too. I'll show you what that looks like. Alright, so it's not like super awesome. Use your stamina and all this. And if you're in front of them for a long time with that fire, they're just gonna get angry, and they're gonna attack you. So don't like stay on it for too long. All right, so we're nearing the end of this level. The boss is up there. We are not gonna go over there. We are just gonna walk around here and light up these torches. And there's one more who's off on the side of the edge. But first we're going to get the other item. And honestly, I don't want to fall off. I'll come close, let him get up, and then I'll just blast him. There you go. Alright. And there's one last torch up here. And we're going to talk to this guy, because he has this NPC. For those of you who are wizards or hexers or any kind of magic user-ish kind of build, he is, and here I think this is the last torch actually, so put that away. He is the Carhelion. He's the one, the chick that was stoned or petrified or whatever. He is her like teacher or whatever. So if you have a high enough intelligence, I think you need 10 intelligence, then he can be your teacher. So since I have a high enough intelligence, he is going to be my teacher. And you kind of talk to him a little bit, and then he'll be like, yeah man, I'll go to Majula and all that. And then once you get done with this level, you defeat the boss, then he will sell all this stuff in Majula. So I am going to buy this spell from him. Alright, get myself a little extra magic buff. Probably didn't even need to get that, but I mean, it's a little weapon buff. There's the dark one too, which I'll probably buy as well from Falcon. And so I'll go do that. I'm gonna level up. And in the next episode, we are going to defeat the boss there, take a little look at the Bastille, and then maybe we even go through the gutter. So, alright you guys, I will see you all in the next one. Have a good one.